But the problem with people is they can be annoying. This time of coronavirus has forced us to abandon the way we used to live our lives and for long periods of time have to live with a select group of people. Now for some people that's only a very few people. For people like myself that was actually more people than I was living with before. These situations can be great and they can build close ties with people, but the problem with people is they can be annoying. And even worse than annoying, but they can sin against us and they can cause us hurt. Fortunately, Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew gives us a solution to fix our problems with people and remend our relationships if someone has caused hurt to us. Imagine if your friendship was like this piece of paper. You at one hand and your friend at the other. Now this is great and it keeps you together and it keeps you strong. But when our friends hurt us, it's like they go off in a different direction. And that causes the paper to rip. That causes our friendships to be broken or torn. And what you can do is you can pretend like your friend didn't do something against you. And you can try and pretend that the paper is okay, but ultimately it is not as strong as it was before. The other reason why this is a bad idea as well is if you pretend that there is no damage and your friend does the same thing wrong or something else wrong, it's going to cause an even bigger tear. It's going to be even harder to fix. Ultimately, you might have to cut off the friendship, and that really is the outcome we'd want to try and avoid. What is the solution in the Gospel of Matthew that Jesus tells us? What is this principle that allows us to fix our friendships? The first step that Jesus gives us in the Gospel of Matthew is to confront your brother. This is when you go to your friend or your brother or your sister who has hurt you and you tell them that they have done something wrong. Now you don't do this out of anger. You don't do this in an unloving manner. We do this with charitable love. We approach them kindly and we do not do this to judge them, but we are aiming to show them the damage that they have done. For example, if we remember the pieces of paper, you can see the damage that is caused. So you want to show your friend in hopes through doing this you can fix the friendship. Here you ask, but that is great then. But what happens if they don't see that they've done something wrong? That's a good question. Well, Jesus gives us step 2, which is to invite another friend, a mutual friend, or just a reliable witness, someone who saw the incident, who can say that they did something wrong. This shows that you're not making a false accusation and you're not just making something up to hurt the reputation of your friend, but that it is a real problem and that you're trying to fix it. The key here again is not to gang up on the person. That's why you only should really ask one other person to get involved. But again, you do this with love. But again, Ben, I hear you ask, what if they don't realise then? Well, Jesus gave us a third step. Then the third step is to get a reliable and respected person of authority involved. So if this happened at school, this would be your teacher, and if it happened at home, it'd be one of your parents or whoever looks after you at home. And if it happened around church, then a priest could be that person as well. But someone who is in charge of that situation that you were in, who'd be able to tell the person if they broke a rule or they did something wrong. If the person still doesn't accept this, then Jesus advised us we need to let go of the situation and we need to distance ourselves from them. Maybe COVID's been tough. Maybe you've lost touch with one of your old friends, or maybe even you've caused a problem or there has been a problem in one of your friendships and you don't speak anymore. Why don't you use this principle, the Matthew 18 principle it's called, to reach back out and reach to your friend and try and reconcile the situation. Remember when doing this, that Jesus has the power to make broken things new again. God bless you guys.